Now, soon after Donald Trump lands in Ahmedabad, there will be a grand roadshow from Ahmedabad International Airport to the Sabarmati Ashram. A visit to Mahatma Gandhi's Sabarmati Ashram is back on schedule. Donald Trump will become the first president of America to visit the ashram. Security around the ashram is now being beefed up. The two leaders will then go to the new Sardar Vallabhai Stadium, commonly known as the Motera Stadium, the largest cricket stadium in the world. Riding on Howdy Modi's success, the two leaders will host the Namaste Trump event, with approximately more than 1 lakh people witnessing this event. Security has now been beefed up at the Motera Stadium. The stadium was reconstructed at a cost of rupees 700 crore. Motera replaces the Melbourne Cricket Ground to become the world's largest cricket stadium with a seating capacity of more than 110,000 people. Ahmedabad's Motera Stadium is where the Modi-Trump bonhomie will display for the world to see. Now, these are live shots we are getting from Ahmedabad, and the stage is set for US President Donald Trump's arrival. Now, the stadium will be packed to the rafters as Modi and Trump take center stage once again. Now, this event promises to be even bigger than the record-breaking event Howdy Modi in Houston last year. Reports suggest that this may even be Donald Trump's biggest rally yet, and certainly one of the biggest welcomes for a foreign dignitary in India. Let's go across live now to Ahmedabad, where my colleague Krishna Kumar is joining us live this morning. Krishna, welcome to Wion. Good morning. And we are getting ready for Donald Trump's arrival in India. Of course, a grand roadshow planned, over 1 lakh people. For Donald Trump, he's been talking about the crowds a lot, isn't he? He too is looking forward to that roadshow and that event at the stadium. What are the preparations like on the ground today?
Right, the big day is here, and we're outside the biggest cricket stadium in the world. That is the Sardar Vallabhai Cricket Stadium. That's right behind me. Namaste Trump will be held right here. Part 2 of Howdy Modi, so to speak. And Trump would have created history by the time he reaches here, because he would have been the first US president to visit Gandhiji's Sabarmati Ashram. And then when he comes here, history will be created all over again. The largest cricket stadium in the world, the second largest sporting arena in the world, with a capacity of over 110,000, will be unveiled officially. And as you can see, people have started streaming into the stadium. The security officials, we even saw some of the cultural performers for the event to enter the stadium. And if you can just see the kind of a police presence around over here, it's barricaded up until over here. And beyond this point, there's just a road that's going to be packed for now, and then completely blocked off by the time Trump arrives. Bear in mind, Trump touches down in Ahmedabad at 11:40 a.m. And from there, by the time he reaches here, it'll be about 12:30, 1 p.m. And about a 1.5 hour to 2 hour event is what Namaste Trump is going to be all about. It comes with a huge promise to be the biggest international leader event. Bear in mind, Ahmedabad has hosted many international leaders in the recent times, be it the Prime Minister of Israel or the President of China. And now it's time for the biggest of them all, the President of the United States of America. And we here at Wion World is One will be bringing you non-stop live coverage of the big day all day here, right here on Wion World is One.
Absolutely, Krishna. Thank you so much for joining us. One final question before I let you go, Krishna. What does India expect to gain out of this visit by Donald Trump?
For India, this visit is a lot about goodwill. The pace at which India-US relations have improved in the recent past is very important, and it comes at a crucial stage because India is negotiating a trade deal with the US. A very big deal is in the works, in Donald Trump's own words, but later in the year, maybe before the US presidential elections. But that trade deal between India and the US is all important. But until that trade deal happens, this visit by Trump is all about building up on the already existent goodwill in the bilateral relationship that has been built in the recent past. So India will look to gain a fan in Trump. He's been tom-tomming about the kind of crowds and the millions and millions of people who are going to be greeting him here, unlike anything else that he's ever seen before. So this will be all about India welcoming Trump right from the time he touches down on the tarmac from the airport. There are cultural performances being planned at the airport. From there, it'll be a road show. Trump's cavalcade will go at a moderate speed, that's what we're being told, so that he can enjoy the pastiche of cultural diversity that will be on display, India's rich cultural diversity, which will be on display for him. Performers from all parts of India being lined up, and he will finish including the Sabarmati Ashram visit, the first US president, and then reach Motera Stadium. And lots of public curiosity. The locals of Ahmedabad have been lining up outside, asking reporters, when can they get inside, how can they get inside there. And for now, as long as you have an Aadhaar card, the public is allowed full entry into this stadium over here. So that is the situation for now. Right now, all eyes on Trump.
Absolutely, Krishna. One final question on the security arrangements that are in place, Krishna, to welcome the President of the United States.
The security arrangements are a 7-tier one. The 7-tier one that begins the core layer, or is the U.S. Secret Service, and then there is the Special Protection Group, and then there is the National Security Guard, and then there is the Anti-Terror Squad. There is also the Gujarat Police's Commando Force, Chetak, and the Rapid Action Force, paramilitary force units who have been stationed. About 500 to 700 police cars have been patrolling the whole of Ahmedabad, and especially the route that President Trump, the 22-kilometer long route that President Trump is going to take from the airport to the stadium over here, including the pit stop at Sabarmati Ashram. 500 to 700 police cars, thousands of policemen, a huge chunk of all the police in the state of Gujarat have been brought into the city of Ahmedabad for this big event.
Absolutely. It's going to be one of the most significant bilateral events of the year, isn't it, when US President Donald Trump arrives in India for a packed two-day visit. Today, of course, the highlight is going to be that Namaste Trump event at the Motera Stadium, followed by Trump's visit to Taj Mahal as well. Tomorrow is a reception at the Rashtrapati Bhavan and a series of meetings. Now, let's tell you a little bit more about Donald Trump's India visit. Now, India is gearing up to say Namaste Trump. The American president will have a packed schedule during his two-day India visit. We have for you the exact details and the itinerary. Over the next few minutes, we'll tell you what the two-day visit is looking like. The President and the First Lady will be personally received by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Ahmedabad. Prime Minister Modi and President Trump will then leave for the Motera Stadium for the Namaste Trump event in the city. After the event, Trump and his team will fly to Agra to visit the Taj Mahal. Air Force One is expected to reach Agra by 4:30 p.m. this evening. After spending close to 1 hour at the Taj Mahal, the President will depart for New Delhi. Once they arrive in Delhi, they will be given an official welcome at the Rashtrapati Bhavan on the 25th of February. Shortly after the ceremony, the first couple will head to Rajghat to pay homage to Mahatma Gandhi. This will be followed by talks and the release of a joint statement. Trump is expected to wrap up his trip with a CEO roundtable at the US Embassy. It will be the biggest visit in terms of a gathering for a foreign leader in India. Senior advisor to the US President Jared Kushner will also be accompanying the Trumps. Trump's presidential limousine, called the Beast, will be stopped 500 meters away from the Taj Mahal in accordance with the Supreme Court's rules on vehicular pollution near the monument. Another part of the visit to watch out for will be First Lady Melania Trump's visit to a Delhi government school as well. So it's a packed two-day schedule as Donald Trump, along with the First Lady Melania Trump, land in India in just a short while from now. And India is ready for Donald Trump's arrival.